usual as they are now. These days, a self-help book would have a section, usually at the end of each chapter, with action items or exercises that can prompt the listener into action. That wasn't as common for self-help books in the early 20th century. Therefore, as you listen through this book and Hill mentions an action to take it. For example, when he instructs the listener to write something on a paper an inch high and place it where you will see it every night before you go to sleep and every morning before you go to work, then actually do it. Take as many actions that he mentions, in ways that work for you, as possible. Napoleon Hill was a clear and powerful writer. You'll find that he repeats ideas over and over, and I believe he did this with an important purpose. As he repeats important ideas, we the listeners will know how important they are. And in the repetition, Hill is using one of the most powerful principles in the book, autosuggestion. Listen to every word, write down words or sentences that inspire you, make note of those sections you want to return to again and again, write down notes for further study, and make this book your own. In other words, don't just listen to this book, study it, live it. Make this book a guide for the life you want. Doing so can help you go from just wishing for your dreams into making those dreams a reality. Let Hill's Steps to Riches inspire you to taking positive actions and live the life you desire. Finally, this edition of Think and Grow Rich also includes a rare early article from Hill, first published over 100 years ago. It originally appeared in an industry magazine aptly named The Square Deal, and we're delighted to have rediscovered it for today's listener. They will serve to further inspire you and give you some ideas of how to live your best life. If this is your first time listening to Think and Grow Rich, enjoy it and allow the ideas contained within to motivate you to great new heights. And if you are listening to this book for a second, third, or even 10th time, try to find something new that you can be inspired by. In either case, I wish you great success, joy, and riches. Joel Fatinos. Publisher's Preface. This book conveys the experiences of more than 500 men of great wealth who began at scratch with nothing to give in return for riches except thoughts, ideas, and organized plans. Here you have the entire philosophy of money-making, just as it was organized from the actual achievements of the most successful men known to the American people during the past 50 years. It describes what to do, also how to do it. It presents complete instructions on how to sell your personal services. It provides you with a perfect system of self-analysis that will readily disclose what has been standing between you and the big money in the past. It describes the famous Andrew Carnegie formula of personal achievement by which he accumulated hundreds of millions of dollars for himself and made no fewer than a score of millionaires of men to whom he taught his secret. Perhaps you do not need all that is to be found in the book. No one of the 500 men from whose experiences it was written did. But you may need one idea, plan, or suggestion to start you toward your goal. Somewhere in the book, you will find this needed stimulus. The book was inspired by Andrew Carnegie after he had made his millions and retired. It was written by the man to whom Carnegie disclosed the astounding secret of his riches. The same man to whom the 500 wealthy men revealed the source of their riches. In this volume will be found the 13 principles of money-making essential to every person who accumulates sufficient money to guarantee financial independence. It is estimated that the research which went into the preparation, before the book was written or could be written, research covering more than 25 years of continuous effort, could not be duplicated at a cost of less than $100,000. Moreover, the knowledge contained in the book never can be duplicated at any cost, for the reason that more than half of the 500 men who supplied the information it brings